Hello guys, my name is Jeff, and today I'm bringing you a quick video with the NASCAR to Le Mans Garage 56 car. This is a car that I have wanted to see for so long, and here it is at the PRI show. Now this car is obviously based on the Chevrolet Camaro Zl1 NASCAR, but has been significantly updated to be running at Le Mans, which is, after all, a 24-hour race, and it was campaigned there by none other than Hendrick motorsports, which you can see here on the back. Of course, they run 4 teams in the NASCAR Cup Series, so you can find them there as well. Now, let's get into some of the details and just how crazy this car is. And I think the best place to start is what is Garage 56. So as you can see here, NASCAR Garage 56. Garage 56 is a program at the 24 hours of Le Mans where they actually run, let's say, prototype cars or specialist cars that run in the race, but aren't technically competing for the win. So even though this car was listed at the 2023 24 hours of Le Mans, it didn't finish in a position, let's say, but it's still an incredibly cool proof of concept. You know, NASCAR at Le Mans is something that's been talked about forever. There was a variety of different cars that actually went overseas to race at Le Mans that were NASCAR based in the 70s and stuff like that. I believe there might have been one in the 80s as well. But this is a true first, factory-backed full attempt at bringing a car to Le Mans. Now, let's talk about the differences in this car and what it took to really do this. Obviously, lots of testing. And this car, as you can see here, is the actual race car. It raced 2,413 miles at Le Mans. And the other cool part to me is the fact that it actually features a NASCAR motor. So under the hood here, we still have that small block 358 cubic inch V8 engine capable of up to 800 horsepower, I believe, for these next gen cars. Who knows exactly what it was running during the race, but here at the front, there's a ton of changes. I mean, first of all, you may have noticed the carbon fiber aero work, these canards and stuff like that to help it grip on a lot of the various turns. But we actually have headlights now. Le Mans being a 24-hour race, you can see the quick tears as well that belong for the headlights to try and keep the car clean during the race. Lots of custom carbon fiber work in here. I love all the appearance here from the front. But coming around to the side here, this all feels very next-gen NASCAR. Center lock wheels. I assume the brakes here have been significantly upgraded to handle some of the endurance racing. But appears to be lots of rubbing and road grime because this is how the car competed. So really all of this was brought back with it from France in Le Mans for the race, which is incredibly cool that they kept this and this sort of worn down beaten finish from the race. I love to see this type of stuff. 24, of course, Jeff Gordon's infamous number, which was a Hendrick Motorsports car. And as you can see here are actually the drivers that campaigned the car. Jenson Button, a Formula One world champion. Then we have Jimmy Johnson, of course, infamous NASCAR driver. And I'm sorry I forget this gentleman's last name, but a historic Rockefeller, of course, has a lot of experience racing in Le Mans as well. You can see all the sponsorships here. A lot of this seems to be fairly standard. Lots of NACA ducts here in the rear for the fuel type. Again, standard on the wheels. All of this, of course, was definitely added on. The spoiler, of course, has been significantly changed as well for the sake of modifying the car. You can see some of the transponder antennas that would change for making this car compete in Le Mans. Even the rear diffuser and everything like that. It truly is a very unique car, and I think we're all super excited to see this. When you look at a lot of the race data, some of the highlights of this car racing, this car, I think, was loved by the Europeans just as much as it was loved by us in the United States here watching this thing race overseas, mostly because of the V8 noise, but also the size and the appearance of this car. Now, for example, here is a Porsche 911 Turbo S, and you can see here that that car is significantly lower than this NASCAR. So now imagine the race car version, the GT3 Club Sport version of that 911 next to this on track. It would be significantly lower than that street car, and this thing would be so big. If you haven't seen highlights of this car racing at Le Mans, I highly recommend it because it's just fascinating to see the clips of this. And I love that this just happened in general. Such a cool effort. And maybe we'll see one compete. I think that would be really cool to see. But you let me know down in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, leave me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And consider getting subscribed for more content like this in the future.